Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Sen, and this is another Rise of Kingdoms video. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, first off, I'm not on my sub account that I've been using to play in 2714. Um, Long story short, a lot of stuff happened and there was a lot of drama. So I just decided to pack it up and just kind of not play there for a while or make videos or whatever. It's still there as far as the account, but that's because I had hopes of bringing obviously my main account, which is this one, to that kingdom before all the drama happened. So it kind of ruined that plan, which kind of made things a little bit harder in the long run. But well, now currently I have officially migrated to the kingdom of 2755, where I'm meeting up with some old friends who originated from 2714, and we're going to be entering the Season of Conquest KVK very soon. And for me, this is a really big deal because I've been honestly looking for a great place to go. And, I'm currently sitting in C55K, the Church Knights. And honestly, this is a really great group. I mean, it's super active. There's constantly rallies going on for Barb Forts. It's not very much so dead as to where my original kingdom for this account was in. The amount of Barb rallies are actually way higher. And from what I heard from people who came over here before me, when I was taking my break, they said it was a really amazing kingdom and a really amazing group. So I just had to come over here and just check it out for myself. And so far in the past 24 hours that I've been here, it's been a really amazing group and a really amazing time with a lot of the people that are here currently. So that's something that I wanted to get out there and address, that yes, I have a new home and a new place to make videos and to call home essentially. Outside of that, I kind of wanted to talk about what I feel is on the debate of the armaments. I kind of feel, as far as armaments go, which we'll go take a look at some of mine, not that they're great or amazing, but as you can see, I have a triple stat arch formation armament, which doesn't have amazing stats, but they at least all break over the 2% line. So that's something which is great, because most of the time if you get triple stat, it's not that great. So I guess I just got lucky, which I'm really happy with. It's on my Guan currently. I'm currently saving up sculptures to kind of work on my Scipio that I'm going to be working on soon. But I guess what I mean by the debate is, I think that even though armaments are random and it really sucks for whales, and it definitely kind of sucks also for free-to-play players, it's also really random. So no matter how many chests they buy, I was watching a video a while ago with it was done by Chisgul, and he bought a bunch of packs, and most all of those were complete garbage. So I think even though it sucks that you would have to buy a ton of packs just to probably get nothing, it's kind of someone said in another video, it's like Pokemon cards or Magic the Gathering or whatever it is, with rarity. So you're essentially paying money versus it's oh, well, some random kid, might pay $5 and he just might get really lucky, and maybe he's free to play, low spend kind of player. But I feel like it balances it out in that sense for, the free to play, pay to win, because they can't just pay their way through the whole game. They actually have to just get lucky a lot, and I would say most. And it's definitely a controversial topic to be even talking about. But I also feel like it's it's not, because, well, I just don't think that it is. I think it's very good for most people. I'm gonna do a rally right now while we wait, but I think it's good for most people outside of the spending, the spenders, because it gives the free to plays at least a chance to get something good and kind of work their way up there. If they all have T5 and they have most of their gear, it kind of gives them like a small stat buff, because spenders have gear, like all legendary gear, and most free to play have like some legendary and a little bit of epic gear kind of thing. So those little stats, even though it won't like matter a whole lot, it still does affect in the game, obviously. Do I wish that they would have a system that would kind of let you like bring those stats up, or at least like trade a stat out? I mean, yeah, I think everybody kind of does. Obviously, it should be costly if it's going to be like that much of an impact. Or in another sense, if they had a trade system, like you could trade an armament with somebody, but I would say it would have to be like in the off season of like KVK. Like you couldn't go over to your friend and be like in KVK and someone has like the best infantry stat, banner or whatever. And so because there's a rally going on, on the other side, they got to teleport over there and then do like a trade or whatever, if they were going to implement some sort of weird system like that, to give it to them to use it for the rally for whatever reason. It's like, no, it would have to be off season. They would have to decide who's going to have what. And then once all trades are done, once you enter into KVK, there's no longer gear trade, armament trades. So you would have to just hope that the people that have the gear that have been given are going to be there and where they need to be. And is it going to be just given, or should it be like, oh, you could trade it for like gold, gems, or whatever? So at least, if the person doesn't get it back, they got something out of it. Because I don't think that, in a kingdom, you're supposed to run operatively and like cooperatively. But at the same time, it's like, there's some people that just won't give gear back. And some people might even argue the point that it's useless for that player if they were like, let's say free to play. Like, let's say I gave up my 3-stat infantry arch formation, even though that's like not the ideal ideal formation that most people are using, because most people, I believe, are using wedge. I know arch is up there, but it's like, it would be great if it was wedge. I'd say it's like, most people would say, oh, well, you're free to play, Sin. So, you don't even need it. Like, why are you like complaining you want it back? And it's like, well, because, it's obviously a rare drop. So I would kind of want it, or at least want, I feel like it would be nice if there was some sort of compensation at least, so that you don't feel like it just got taken from you, even though you want it back. So, and if that came up as an instance. But other than that, I also think that armaments kind of do affect migration in a way, because obviously, a lot of kingdoms nowadays too want to see like, oh, how many, the typical questions are, how many legendary commanders do you have? What's your, do you have T5 or no T5? How much legendary gear do you have? And then, the next new question is going to be, okay, what kind of armaments do you have? And what kind of stats do they have? Because you could say you have legendary, but if the stats are trash, they're trash, obviously. So it's kind of like, do we, and I'm going to watch this rally pop off that I sent one of my troops to. We're going to watch Lemon real quick. But if they're trash, they're trash. And that's the end of the story. So honestly, I would say you'd have to look at those stats closer and assess if you want those people in the kingdom, um, if you have to make choices like that. So I think armaments are now going to have a bigger part to play in who gets in as far as migration goes, because kingdoms do have, power caps that they want to stay at. So it's going to get a little more picky as to like, okay, you come in, what armaments do you got? And if they suck, but you have like, okay, you got 2 out of 3 of the requirements, like good gear or decent gear at least, and you know, so many commanders over this person or whatever, then they'll pick you over, that person. Not to mention, what's your availability? Because obviously you could have great gear, but if you're on like once a week, I mean, yeah. So all in all, it's just another thing to add on to like migration, requirements and what people want to know and just, all that. So other than that, I think that's all I have to talk about for today. Honestly, hopefully in the future here we're gonna get some good KVK action going up soon. I'm probably gonna make a few videos of doing like Champions of Olympia or stuff like that. With the crew of people that I know originally. So that'll be kind of cool, and we'll see where that goes from there. Uh, Honestly, other than that, there's not much more to talk about. But we're gonna watch this rally hit this barb fort real quick, and then we're gonna dip out of the video. So, on that note, I would say, hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of the controversy with the armaments and at least my take on it and what I see from it. And well, tune in for the next video. It'll be out sometime, probably this next weekend, maybe sooner. All depends. Weekend is more or less where my schedule is for videos. So be looking for it around Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and even on Monday. But anywhere in the middle of the week, if you see something pop up, must add the time. Anyway, you guys enjoy your day. My name is Sin. Peace out.